Rest in peace, Scout Future Star from 2012 to 2020. It was fun whilst it lasted. Today, in order to send off this iconic career mode feature that was recently removed, we're going back in time to the beginning when it first was introduced and making it our mission to sign a Scout Future Star on every FIFA possible. Implementing them in our youth academies, simulating their careers, rising them up through the ranks and just tracking their overall growth and development. So today, I have re-downloaded and loaded up all the previous FIFAs that we could actually achieve this on. It'd be an honor, my pleasure to sign a FIFA 13 and 14 future stars, but EA just have to make things difficult for us. The servers in what you use to activate these tokens in the EA shop, they got shut down years ago for those games, so we have to start in the earliest installment we can, FIFA 15. I guess we'll go through them in chronological order, and we're starting right here from 15 all the way through 20. For every installment, we're picking a brand new different team, a different country, a different league, and first up to the plate, it is Sunderland right here, the Black Cats. At this period in time, they were a Premier League staple, still in the top flight. They'll be our Scout Future Star candidates for FIFA 15. Now this feature, I mean, it wasn't really a feature, it was just a token you could redeem in the store. It's gotta go down as one of my favorite features of all time. EA technically didn't remove it from the game, they just figured out a new way to reinvent it with a pre-order bonus and the homegrown talent for FIFA 21. Introduced in FIFA 13, this was the third iteration of it being actually present in the game. And considering I didn't whip out the old Xbox for this one, I'm only on level 55 on my PC account. The items were not sorted by game mode back then, so I can only go up to level 55. Let's hope I got a Scout Future Star here. There we go, level 33. It costs 1.6k coins, but it's worth every single penny. We're redeeming it right here, right now, and the transaction is in progress. We get the Scout Future Star, and the Scout we've dispatched will be back in a month to bring us one of the best talents who has the potential to be world class in the next few weeks. Guys, if you're going to enjoy the video, I've brought the retro spin on a completely entirely new concept. Usually you'd be expecting a retro rebuild, but not today. We're shaking things up as usual, and here we go, our youth squad monthly report. The Scout has returned. Has he delivered the next prodigal son, the best new thing here in FIFA 15? And we have got a 15-year-old Mario de Menses. The Portuguese teenager, he's 5'8". It's the OG format telling us that he's 5'8", 169 pounds. He's a predominant right footer and he can play as centre back. His overall is 47 to 59 but has a potential of 78 to 94, and he possesses the main player type of being physically strong. He could prove to be a major asset for Sunderland in the near future, so we're going to have to wait a while for this one, but FIFA 15 has served up one of its best. We'll get back and check in on Mario very soon, but now let's hop on over to FIFA 16. FIFA 16, don't even get me started on how much I adore this game. Just returning back to this old color scheme and the old startup menu gets me all tingly inside. I don't remember redeeming or signing too many future stars here in FIFA 16 back in the day, so we're gonna find out what this installment has to offer. Let us know down in the comments below, what FIFA do you think will come out on top? Whose Scout Future Star will you be backing? And which one of the young prodigies will experience the best career? Now here for FIFA 16, I wanted to throw things back. Yes, I know this was the debut for my boys Frosinone, not only in Serie A but FIFA as well, fully licensed in all their glory, but I do cast my mind back to the days where I had an OGC Nice career mode. This is a season where they really caught my eye. I just returned from France that year in Europe and I went to Nice. It's BCHD approved. It's a lovely place. Who knows, maybe that icing on top of the cake will be us getting to receive one of the best Scout Future Stars France have ever seen. This process is going to be really repetitive and extremely similar across every single installation that we're going for. Due to the fact that the menus haven't changed since FIFA 14, it's the exact same process. And look at the, okay, I'm in the exact same level, but look at the difference between FIFA 15 and FIFA 16. You have so many more Scout Future Stars to redeem, and I'm only up to level 35. We've got about double, maybe even triple the ones available in FIFA 15. So I'm just going to purchase the one that is the most experience or the most level it takes you to actually buy it. Here we go then, at level 34. We're making that transaction. Who knows if it actually makes a difference what level it is? Probably not. And that's the email you want to see. The Scout has been dispatched and he's ready to capture the next big thing. I mean, it's more intriguing when you receive a player too young to promote to the first team, but also at the same time, I kind of just want to promote them straight away. But hold on, I've been waffling for too long and I'm just in awe right now of the player we've received, Tony Karamoh. In terms of height and growth, he might be on the short side, but he well and truly makes up for it in his footballing ability. He's left-footed, 61 overall, 78 to 94 potential. I don't know, you thinking what I'm thinking? Maybe the French Messi reincarnated next next up for the footballing throne? This fascinates me. This is well and truly what you love to see, as Big Tony's gonna have to wait another year for us to promote him and start training him up and just simulate throughout his career. But we've received an extremely exciting prospect from France, and I'm sure Nice are going to absolutely cherish his services in the near future. Ryan Cherky, who? We've got Tony Karamoh here at Nice. Just because we've got so many to play with here, I might actually redeem multiple for FIFA 16 once we take a look and take a visit back after we get through all the FIFAs. Who knows, I might just surprise you with a couple more superstars for the Youth Academy. We got things underway with FIFA 15 and we started off on a decent foot, but FIFA 16 went from 0 to 100 real quick. FIFA 17, you've got a lot to live up to. Recently just came off my Monaco retro rebuild here on FIFA 17. You guys have been frothing over the retro content recently, so hopefully the Scout Future Star lives up to expectations, as this time we're going to be traveling to Germany. At this period of time in 2016, they were one of the most fast growing clubs, not only in the land, but pretty much in Europe. It was RB Leipzig. No matter what you say about them, they were controversial, they were hated, and they were promoted to the Bundesliga after only being founded in 2009. The first FIFA installment with this new team interface where you get a holistic look of the club. We're taking a trip to Leipzig, and how does FIFA 17 Scout Future Stars hold up in comparison to what we've already redeemed? Surely you can't get much better than Big Tony, but here we are. Let's take a look at the shop. Now, here in the manager career section, we've got one future star available to us. Yeah, FIFA 16. Oh no, it's still carried over the FIFA 16 mentality. I think this is roughly the same amount we get given in FIFA 16, so we might carry over that exact same mindset here on 17. So I'm going to redeem the highest available one, level 32, costs us 3.15k, and congratulations, we're now about to receive our Youth Academy player. And I'm pretty sure the text in the exact same email layout has been pretty much standard for the past 3 installments, but here we go. The Youth Squad monthly report. It's my favorite time of the month, and here we go. Let's take a view of our Scout Future Star, and we actually have a photo face. We get a visual representation of this 17-year-old, quite old in comparison to what we've received in the past two, both 15-year-olds. We can promote him straight away to the youth team. We can offer him a contract. Henry Griffiths, the English centre-back, he's 17 and he's 59 overall. Apologies, I accidentally set the currency to dollars, so I can't change that, and it's driving me insane, but just imagine it's in pounds. 59 overall, 70 to 90 potential, so not exactly our boy Tony Karamoh, but it's another centre-back, another defender, and what we're going to do right away for the Englishman, we're offering him a contract as soon as we get the opportunity to. He's going to be a future first team player, getting $550 a week on a 2-year, we'll bump it up to a 3-year contract. Let's see if he goes ahead and accepts. Just like that, he had no other choice. Henry Griffiths, welcome to RB Leipzig. Now, whether he's ready or not, I don't know. Or actually, I do know. He's probably not ready for Bundesliga football, but this is how he would line up with Orban, the captain, next to him, forming that bond of the defensive partnership. And here we've got players like Naby Keita, Demme in midfield. We've got Forsberg, Sabitzer, Poulsen, and a young Timo Werner still in the striking position. We go as far back to see Upamecano at a 66 overall. That is our boy Griffith's main centre-back competition. Someone who 4 or 5 years later is moving to Bayern Munich and is one of the most highly rated young centre-backs in the world. Just because we can, I've set up the training regime for Griffiths this season. I don't know whether I'm actually going to simulate them all. I'll just do it sporadically here and there. We have him on all 5 drills: a rondo, keep possession, perfect delivery, through balls, and advanced free kicks. Who doesn't love a centre-back who can take a good old free kick? And there's the results of his first training session. Pretty abysmal, but the Scout Future Star's got to start somewhere. With our boy Griffiths signed up for the first team, that's the perfect segue over to FIFA 18. FIFA 18, where do we begin with you? Ronaldo on the cover at Real Madrid. It was a World Cup year 2018 Russia, and the season that career mode got shoved and pushed into a tiny depressing little box. I wish just to throw something different in the mix, that we could do like a World Cup spin on the Scout Future Star, but yeah, there was no real career mode or anything of depth in this World Cup add-on. It was just an offline tournament, an online tournament, and the Ultimate Team section. Nothing too much to get excited about. However, on the career mode side of things, they brought in a couple new features that were very welcomed. A new squad hub, transfer negotiation cutscenes, and of course, we had the news cutscenes as well. I know you've probably waited all video for this, but finally finally, we've arrived in Italy and we're showing some love to La Viola. It is Fiorentina who we've nominated to get the FIFA 18 Scout Future Star or multiple Future Stars. They've been struggling in recent seasons with new ownership. They're attempting a brand new resurgence of the club, but things just aren't working. We need a teenage sensation to bring excitement back into the club and get the fans hyped up again. They've moved on from Bernardeschi and Federico Chiesa, and it's time to introduce the new son of Florence. I didn't make the same mistake. We've got this career mode save in pounds, and we are about to redeem our Scout Future Star. We'll scroll down, and I think, yeah, from FIFA 16 onwards, they just gave these out for free. So many on offer, and I'm only at level 55, but what we're going to do is, of course, get the highest rated one, level 34. Let's see what this bad boy has in store for us. And you all know, it isn't a Sir BCHD video without an Italian, but here we go, Jeronimo Bello. He's got an Italian name, I'll give him that, but the Argentine is hailing from South America, and it's the same issue we fall into with FIFA 15 and 16. They're all 15, and we can't promote them in Season 1. Let's analyze what we can so far. He's valued at 60k, and he's a 48 overall, 80 to 94 potential, which is promising. Like I said, would love to promote him to the senior squad straight away, but it just isn't possible for Fiorentina, so they're just gonna have to patiently wait for one more season. They've got the 4-3-3 formation, and currently in that midfield three, he could replace either one of Vertu, Bidet, and Benassi. Could he be a metronome box-to-box midfielder that could dominate the scene for years to come? The future is in his hands, so let's transition on over to FIFA 19. Now, technically, this was Ronaldo's third year in a row of being the prize cover star of FIFA. I won't divulge into the controversies or allegations that were spread, but you had the new cover stars of De Bruyne, Neymar, and Dybala. Let me also remind you that Scout Future Star, you can only redeem one a season, so if we are to redeem multiple in this video for every FIFA, we're going to have to do it over the course of a couple seasons, and here in FIFA 19, we've got a plentiful amount to redeem. The team we've chosen is one of the worst teams in FIFA 19, and here are my boys again in Serie A, Frosinone. You love to see it, but they're over in Spain, and they became quite a popular choice for career mode users towards the end of the game cycle and the season, as they were completely expelled from the Spanish leagues. It is CF Royce, where are they? It's a one-star team, gains promotion from the third tier to the second division, and they haven't been seen in the game since this FIFA. The situation got so bad that even I did my own personal video, my little revival / rebuild on the team. Sir BCHD took charge, and he's doing it all again 2 years later. If there's any chance that we could get fired potentially from one of these teams, it's of course CF Royce. In a team full of faceless players, our Scout Future Star is the only one that's going to ooze personality, and he might even be higher rated than everyone in this current team at the moment. The career mode god needs to be on the Spanish outfit side here, as we are going to redeem level 34. It's the magic number, and can it do them justice here in FIFA 19? We desperately need an outfield player. If we get handed a goalkeeper, I might just end it all. Man, so many people hate this game. Like, FIFA 19 copped one of the worst criticisms ever. And hey, I know, it had its fair share of flaws, and things weren't right with this game, but I had one of my best years to date, and it was thanks to FIFA 19, plus Frosinone were in Serie A, so you already know that this game kind of has a little safe spot in my heart. Enough with the rambling, here we are with the Youth Squad Monthly Reports, and we get a Dutch striker. Alright, I like where this is going so far. Jan Dijkstra. Probably, most likely butchering the name, but he's already valued at 250k, primed and ready to be promoted to the senior team at 16 years of age. He has a potential of 71 to 91 and has a general overall of 58. He could probably come off the bench, heck, even start for the first team considering how dreadful they all are. Hasn't got too much competition to fight with, as he's the second striker to Henry, and here's how he fits in the extremely defensive 4-5-1 formation. He's not even the worst player at the club, you gotta give him credit where it's due. Here's one of the first times we can check out Scout Future Star's in-depth attributes here. We've got 5-star skill moves, 4-star weak foot. Alright, I see what you're talking to me. If this isn't picture perfect for their needs, I don't know what is. Kept a soon-to-be Flying Dutchman on those training drills. Unfortunately, we can't train him up on all 5 because it won't let us do any more than that. FIFA 19, you're testing me here, but those are the results from his first training session. Now that all our possible Scout Future Stars have been redeemed, introduced to the clubs, let's simulate a couple more seasons and see how they all perform in their each individual FIFA. We've got strikers, midfielders, defenders, but no wingers or goalkeepers as of yet. Now for FIFA 20, I know you all want your Scout Future Stars fixed, but literally just go back on my video. I'll link it down in the description. My Scout Future Stars rebuild I did, one of the most successful videos in that FIFA 20 cycle last year, popped off during lockdown, and that is where I basically used all my Scout Future Star items in the catalog. I think I redeemed maybe 11, 12, I think I did a whole team. I tried to do a whole team anyway, anyway of Scout Future Stars. So if you want that FIFA 20, just go, link in the description, you can check that out. But it is impossible for me to redeem a Scout Future Star on this game. I've used them all up, and EA won't give me any more, even though I've got so much currency to spend. I'm sorry to let you down like that, but with FIFA 13, 14, and 20, we've had to go through a few little complications here and there, but we've made it through the end of the tunnel. Now here, we're back on FIFA 15, and we're going to go through every one of the Scout Future Stars careers year by year, chronologically. Therefore, you guys can have your say in the comments below which FIFA produced the best Scout Future Star. And here with our boy Mario de Menses, he has had an okay season. 2 appearances isn't too bad for a 50 rated player. Obviously, keep in mind there's no training here in FIFA 15, so it's the one and only installment in today's video that's not going to have the training feature, and we can't utilize that to boost his career or even grow and develop his attributes faster. So what I'm trying to say is that we need a mere miracle for Mario to grow into one of the best centre backs Portugal has ever seen. Now here at the end of season 2, I wasn't quite sure how to approach this series. Are we going to actually follow their careers? Are we going to see where they go and let them move to different clubs? For MDM, for the time being, we've decided to have him here at the Black Cats to see if he can break through to that Sunderland starting 11, and it's 5 appearances in 2 years, no goals, no assists, but I guess his attributes are improving on the technical and mental side. He's now valued at 80k. I apologize, it is accidentally, some of these saves are in dollars because I forgot to change it in the settings. His form is bad, but he's very happy at the moment with a +4, now making him 54 overall, and with his best stat being balance. At 17 years of age, he's still got a long way to go if he wants to see any Premier League game time. Also, apologies lads if my voice is a bit nasally or if my voice sounds a bit weird. I don't know, I'm feeling sick for some reason. I've decided to develop a cough, and so BCHD's contracted some sort of virus. But here in season 3, our boy MDM has hit the main starting 11, a +4 again. That's boosted him up to a 58 overall at 18 years of age. He's had 27 appearances, 24 coming in the Premier League, with a goal and an assist to his name. So a breakthrough campaign, and that has skyrocketed his career into the Sunderland starting 11. Things that you love to see right now, and that is how the current team is looking. Still surviving in the Premier League with a 58 rated centre back in the back line. But it is what it is. On to season 4. Now I'm going to attempt to simulate as many seasons as possible for these Scout Future Stars to see where their career heads them in maybe 8 to 10 years time. And again, it's another positive campaign, this time a +3, so less than the last 2 seasons, but it's growth nonetheless. He's hit the 60s, now valued at 190k. De Menses a bit less in terms of performance last season, 16 appearances and only 1 goal this time around, but his potential status is now formed into showing great potential, and he's adapted his first light green stat, which is 73 aggression, so it's progression nonetheless. Who remembers this Sunderland team, man? Those were the days. Hopefully he doesn't lead to the club's demise into the 3rd tier, and he keeps them afloat in the Prem. Now here in season 5, this is where things started to go a bit haywire. We actually got fired from Sunderland and ended up at Hull City, and guess who we brought along for the ride? Actually, no, we're planning to bring him along for the ride, but we've just left him at Sunderland for the time being. We're going to avoid a knee-jerk reaction after we've departed the Stadium of Light. However, this has been one of his best years to date. I haven't got any of his stats in terms of performances, but just take a look at him. Now valued at 925k at 20 years of age, he's now 68 overall and can well and truly make his way into their starting 11, or at least put up a good argument, as he now has 84 aggression. That has skyrocketed into the dark greens, and now a few light greens developing in his technical department, including ball control, stance tackling, heading accuracy, and even 74 finishing in there for good measure. Could he cut it out at Hull City with a 3 at the back formation? We're bound to find out. Actually, no, I do have his stats for this season. 16 appearances. Don't know whether that merits him or awards him with all that growth and development, but it is what it is. But hey, I'm not the judge. Let's have FIFA 15 do its thing. And the Tigers have gained a great addition to their backline. Yes, I know I've overpaid with that £8 million, but he's now valued at 1.5 million and could well and truly operate to his best potential in this back 5/3 system they've got going on. Unfortunately, the club has been relegated to the Championship, so that's where he will be playing in season 7. Not to fear though, he has had probably one of his best seasons to date in terms of playtime, 40 appearances and replicating the goals and assists he had a couple years back with a goal and an assist, both in the Premier League. He's broken through to the 70s barrier, and with the +3, it is looking very promising thanks to him being spawned into our game at such a young age. He has had time on his side, and there is no doubt he is about to take the Championship by storm in season 7. Now, he didn't exactly guide Hull City to promotion, finishing in 4th in the Championship. It wasn't automatic, but they did it the hard way here in the Championship playoffs in the most expensive game world football has to offer. The Portuguese centre-back delivered with a 2-1 win over Bolton, and the Tigers claim that third Premier League promotion spot, and he's headed back to the big time. He's a scout future star for a reason and is one of the figureheads of the backline. He has grown yet another consistent rating, a +3. On the downside though, now that he's turned 22, he no longer has a potential status, so we can't really gauge what his end potential is. He did start off with showing great potential, but who knows what that could possibly be now. He's very happy at the club, in okay form, and with 29 appearances, he also had another trademark 1 goal and 1 assist season. Not only now has he got 2 stats in the dark greens, he's had a couple physicals, have a few downgrades here and there, sprint speed, agility, strength and stamina, and kind of leaves you with the taste of bittersweetness at the end of this season. Well-deserved upgrades all around, but I don't know where those downgrades came from. Here's how he's lining up in this Hull City starting 11 as they go ahead and take on the Premier League in Season 8. Oof, alright, we got good news to report on first. Hull City actually survive on the last day in the Premier League. Beautiful stuff. Mario de Menses gains 4 to his overall, but he's had a bit of troubles here in the Premier League. For some reason, he just feels like he's outgrown the club. The board is dealing with the player. He's currently transfer listed, and the Portuguese defender is forcing his way out of the club. This is some Pepe mentality. This is Pepe vibes going on right now. The now 23-year-old has hit 78 overall with 1 goal in 29 appearances, keeping his club up. It's been a complete U-turn on last season. He was happy here, he loved it, and now all of a sudden he has no downgrades and he is very unhappy, forcing his way out the door. He's probably not going to be a world-class centre-back in the 90s, but he could well and truly be a decent utility player for some of the top 6, top 8 clubs in the Prem. With the technical area now representing 5 dark green stats, including ball control, slide tackling, shot power, and finishing, his mentals have received insane boosts and there's no more physical downgrades, so kinda happy for him, but it looks like Hull City will be selling him in Season 9. I don't know how I feel about this. Hull have been relegated and it wasn't even de Menses' fault as he stayed at the club. The board didn't sell him or no offers came in. Okay, now this makes a bit more sense. The Portuguese hardman will be joining Liverpool when his contract expires, so the Tigers not even getting any cash for their scout future star. From Sunderland to Hull, now joining Merseyside, the Reds are going to receive one hell of a defender. The 24-year-old has hit the 80s range with a +2 this season, now valued at £14 million. In total, he had 34 appearances, 1 goal, and this time 2 assists, so it's not his classic trademark goal and assist campaign. I'm going to go ahead and simulate 1 more season to make it a decade and just see how he gets on at Liverpool. Can he make this step up? How he's going to handle jumping to a brand new club, and probably one of the world's biggest at that. He got what he wanted, he's out the door, now is he going to perform? Now technically we've actually simmed 2 seasons. We've skipped season 10 because basically de Menses, he kept his overall rating. There was not really much to report on. So here is how he's looking in his prime at 26 years of age. The Portuguese defender has now reached up to an 82 overall at Liverpool. His contract was expiring last season as well, so I guess they renewed it for another season. As 6'3", standing tall with a £21 million valuation, and I guess he'll just serve them as a backup defender, or I guess back in 2014-15 he would have qualified to start for Liverpool. Not so much nowadays, but he probably reminds me of a Dejan Lovren or Joel Matip kind of player. Not good enough to be in the starting team, but just good enough to be an off-the-bench backup. Coming in with some of his best stats being his aggression at 97, following in the footsteps of his fellow countryman Pepe. 93 heading accuracy, 87 stand tackle, and 86 finishing isn't too bad for the centre-back who started off at a 50 overall rating. It was looking curtains for him for a while, but he resurrected his career and redeemed himself in the last couple of years. Let us know how you rate de Menses' career. Did MDM live up to your expectations, as he is now starting for Liverpool in their 5 at the back formation? What a team this is, man. The Reds, this was definitely a different time, a different era, as he is actually their best available centre-back. What do you know, Anfield, they're on struggle street, and the Portuguese centre-back has been the answer to their defensive problems. Mario, it's been a fun 11 years, but now it's time to move on to FIFA 16. And just like that, it's a fresh new coat of paint, a couple of new features added, and we're here at FIFA 16. Back on the sunny south coast of France, and here at OGC Nice. Let's check up on the next French Messi, or the next Zidane, whatever we held him as. Let's see his debut campaign. He's gone up a +1, and has had no game time whatsoever. He has potential to be special, which we identified early on, but this hasn't been the dream debut campaign. I at least thought he might get an appearance here and there in the cup, but that has not been the outcome. However, on the plus side, he has received a couple boosts and upgrades here and there, with that 85 curved dark green still being his major asset. With the 16-year-old's market valuation being 1.2 million, we expect to see that skyrocket in a couple seasons time if he gets that deserved game game time. Who knows, we might have to send him out on loan. And keep in mind, this is the first FIFA we're going to cover with the training feature. Not that I'll be training him every single week or simulating through this. I might just simulate it once or twice to see how things go. And if things are going bad, we might just have to set him up on a bunch of training drills in case his career is on the ropes and he desperately needs saving. But for the time being, we'll leave it alone. Now, at the end of the first campaign, I actually entertained the notion of sending Karamoh out on loan. And thanks to me getting sacked from Nice, it perpetuated the idea even more. We're here at RC Lens in the top flight of French football, and we have struck up a deal with OGC Nice, and it's a 2-year loan deal. He'll be spending 2 years here at the club, and we're going to accept that for the 16-year-old. Let's hope he can use this opportunity to well and truly announce himself on the French football scene. He'll be deployed in this 4-1-2-1-2 formation in that camp spot. He's going to outgrow all these current players here right now, so I'm very much looking forward to seeing how Karamoh's career develops here at Racing Club de Lens in the next 2 campaigns. Fighting up in the first tier with the big boys, I actually did set up a little bit of a training campaign here. I'd probably simulated it once or twice, but here is the first time training was implemented in FIFA, and bang, just like that, he's up to a 70 overall. Without us even thinking about it too much, all those gold drills has helped him get up to that next level. Now, I did end up tweaking the formation to be a 4-5-1, it actually classifies it as, but it's a bit more of a 4-2-3-1. They survive in the first division as we put him up against the big boys in Ligue 1. Let's take a look at how his campaign actually developed, and here, alright, he got 19 appearances. That's what's important with these Scout Future Stars. They need game time under their belt, and it's allowed him to get 3 goals and 4 assists, 7 goal contributions for the 17-year-olds, and that has seen his value skyrocket up from 1.2 million at the end of season 1 now to 3.1. And again, I'm sorry, this is accidentally in dollars. I can't fix it. I can't go back. Just bear with me. It's a mistake on my part. I'll hold the L. With 1 more year to look forward to at RC Lens, let's see if he can continue this momentum into his 3rd campaign as a professional footballer. We have free kick accuracy now joining curve as the 2nd dark green stat, now at an 81, but technically pretty much everything besides penalties have received an upgrade. Mentally, everything except vision, and in the physicals, everything going up by 1 except reactions. Our big boy Tony, he's a teenager and he's outgrown every single player in that camp spot. He's got the world ahead of him. So season 3, let's see if he can develop into one of the main protagonists here at RC Lens. Right, so this time around, I didn't actually put any training drills on. I just let him grow naturally as he was going to get the game time nonetheless. He's actually in a downward trends of form, so hopefully that didn't impact his season all too much and he didn't have an injury-riddled campaign. Season 3 has come to a conclusion, and it's his last stint in this 2-year loan deal for Tony Karamoh. RC Lens have played him 38 times and him bagging 3 goals and 2 assists with a +4 to his overall. That's classified as bad form. The French playmaker still gaining some valuable game time at 18 years of age, boosts everywhere you look in terms of the technical department besides penalties. Vision also misses out on a couple of upgrades as agility and sprint speed earn a +1. He heads back home to OGC Nice for the start of season 4, but it's been a great stint here. The club has provided him a great platform to perform his skills, especially in the top flight. We had him on a bit of training. His value's gone up 125% this year, and it's another great +4 season. Can he prove himself and break into the Nice starting 11? It's going to be an almighty task to take over 83 rated Ben Arthur, but if there's anyone that can do it, it's the next Sedan, Tony Karamoh. Season 4's come to an end. We're not managing Nice, we're still here at RC Lens, and we're going to take a look at his career from afar. Tony has headed back down to the south of France, and it looks like it's paid dividends. All 5'6" of him, the left-footed magician, the French playmaker, is now up to $31.5 million in terms of value and has hit that 80 overall. A +6 in what was a remarkable campaign. Surely he got a lot of game time, and there you have it. And for some reason, interest is shown by his own club. I don't even know what that means, but I'm no doubt so certain that his potential status has potential to be special. Thankfully, because we're still managing in France, we can see his stats in the top flight as OGC Nice. Why do they have so many strikers? This team is filled to the brim. It's just overflowing with strikers. But you can tell Hatem Ben Arfa is the main cam. Their main number 10, Tony Karamoh, did get 20 appearances. Couldn't really make an impact in off the bench with no goals and no assists, an average 6.4 match rating. It's a slow start with no goal contributions, returning back to his parent club, but it's game time and minutes nonetheless. You can tell there's a whole new mountain to climb as Hatem Ben Arfa is sitting comfy in that cam spot, Jermaine in play. If there's any scout future star that can achieve greatness, it's Karamoh. The end is here of half a decade of Tony Karamoh's professional career, and he's hit yet another +4 season. That takes his overall up to 84, and now his market valuation of 51 million. You gotta also keep in mind that this, in terms of market values, is 2016. The inflation was different back then, and I'm sure if this kind of player existed in FIFA 21, he'd be rated at like 80 million pounds or something like that. There's your confirmation though that our 21-year-old has that potential to be special. Nice is no longer showing interest. But in terms of form, it's okay. So I haven't got the highest of expectations looking at his performance statistics. He is very happy at his boyhood club, and it's dark green stats in most departments right now. 95 curve, 94 vision, and 93 reactions are the insane attributes right now, piquing his interest. They're the main highlights, but he's proven to be a bit of a free kick specialist with 89 free kick accuracy, which just adds another element to his game. He's multifaceted, which is what I admire. Now let's check up on Nice and their abundance of strikers. The list doesn't end. In terms of the cam position though, he's finally starting to score the first goals for Nice with 2 goals and 2 assists. In 26 appearances, that's pretty decent, a 65 average match rating, but Hatem Ben Arfa is taking away the spotlight from him. Their main MVP, their main cam that has kind of taken away the attention from Karamoh and his career come up. Fast forwarding to lucky season 7, it's actually a World Cup year in 2022. Is Karamoh getting on the plane at 22 years of age? Has he proved his credentials enough here in France? He hasn't made a transfer news. No teams have come in for him at 63 million pounds worth of valuation. His contract is actually expiring in 1 month. However, this season he's gone up by 2 overalls, now sitting at an 86. You'd think he'd be France's main baller, but who knows with the amount of players and talent they have. Unfortunately, we can't take a deep dive into his performance stats this season because RC Lens got relegated, and therefore in Ligue 2 we can only see the Ligue 2 player stats. What we can find out though is if Tony made the cut for the France national team, and to see if he's going to be representing his nation in Qatar. And yes, there he is. He's being caught up by Didier Deschamps alongside the likes of Ousmane Dembele. He's played a game and he's already gotten himself an assist to show for it with an average match rating of 75. He is an impact sub off the bench that other countries are going to be frightened by. And after all that, they have forced themselves into the 2022 World Cup final. What is going on right now here in Qatar? It was a beautiful road to the final, and it's the 2016 Euros replay, France versus Portugal in the big dance on the international stage. Can our boy Big Tony Karamoh produce the goods and conjure up some magic as they defeated Argentina in a 5-goal thriller, Belgium 2-1, and clutched it against Spain 1-0. And here you go, it is the Scout future star who has set the bar for the rest. He's walked away from this experiment / video, whatever you want to call it, with a World Cup winners medal, and he has done it in front of millions, if not billions, watching, with the final score being 2-1, getting revenge for the 2016 final defeat. What a tournament, what a run, and 2022 has provided for some thrilling entertainment. His World Cup stats are boasting right about now with, okay, he only played that 1 game with the 1 assist and nothing else. He contributed in the group stages, I believe, and Didier Deschamps never played him again. Nevertheless, he still walks away with a World Cup winners medal and is one of the 5 or 6 players who have gotten an assist in this tournament for France. I mean, surely now the big European powerhouses are going to be looking at this guy with a keen eye. Is a transfer move on the cards in Season 8 after a World Cup win? Let's go ahead and find out. Fresh off becoming a world champion in the summer, he has taken his talents to Nice and remained in the south of France this year, remaining a loyal servant for the club, and has reached an 87 overall. Just a +1 as he's hit 23 years of age, valued at 69.5 million. With my club being back in Ligue 1, we can check his performance stats, but these are how his attributes are looking in terms of physical, mental, and technical. I'm most impressed with the technical department, showing dark greens in most of the key areas he needs them in. Acceleration, sprint speed, and his pace overall could need with a bit of training, but considering we aren't using it, it's not really working right now. Stamina is also a major downside to his game, but everything else is absolutely exceptional. Finally, he's getting more game time and he's creeping up into their starting 11, getting rid of Ben Arfa in the process. He is the new era and the next generation for this side in France. In Season 9, nothing much really happened. Next year is a Euro season, so I do want to simulate up until Season 10, right through to 2024, as he's gone up yet another +1. He's in bad form, so I've got high hopes for his performance stats, as a 24-year-old is very happy at the club, although he's he's just not performing up to his abilities and on up to that world-class stature we expect from him and know he's capable of. Now, a player valued at £79 million should be producing more than 3 goals and 3 assists in 27 appearances, but he might have, I don't know, he might have had a bit of injuries, he might have gone through a rough patch. We're unaware at this current moment, but the 64 average match rating needs to be lifted. He's become a key member for this Nice squad. Now, can he take his game up to the next level with the Euros fast approaching? We all know he's quality, but does he have the numbers and output to get on the plane for another international tournament? It looks like Le Bleu didn't have the same luck here in the Euros as they reached the semi-finals, losing out to the Three Lions 2-1, and it actually came home for England as they beat out Germany 2-1 in the final. This game, and I believe FIFA even nowadays, is still utilizing the old Euros format where it was only 4 groups, 16 teams, and they were placed into Group C up against the Netherlands, Turkey, and Wales, and they came out just on top. It would have been nice for him to win not only the World Championship, but European Champions as well. Unfortunately, it wasn't to be, but he did in fact play a bit more in this tournament with 2 appearances, but this time no goal involvements with an average match rating of 60. Getting outperformed and outshone by his 2 counterparts, Ousmane Dembele and Paul Pogba. There you go, Ousmane Dembele is his main, I wouldn't say rival, but just for fellow countrymen that is ahead of him in the pecking order right now in the national team setup. You hate to see him choke in the last 4, but you've got to be proud with what he's been able to achieve on the international scene. And to say our final farewells to what I'm feeling is going to be our most successful Scout Future star in this video, Tony Karamoh. He's completed a big money move to Napoli. He's headed to Serie A and for 92.5 million, and he's packing his bags for the south of Italy, joining the Azzurri, and could no doubt tear it up at the Diego Maradona Stadium. It's impossible for me to check his season stats considering he's departed to France, but what we can see is how he fits into this Napoli starting 11, and that is how it's looking in the 4-3-3 formation. He's literally better than all those midfielders, so I'm just going to assume he's getting game time in Naples and getting some major minutes in Serie A in a different league, a different country, a different culture. It's a big money deal as he enters the prime of his career. I'm sure he's going to offer up exceptional services to the Napolitani. Big Tony, it's been a pleasure. Zidane, Ryan Cherky, eat your heart out. It's the French Messi reincarnated for FIFA 16, and this Scout Future star has performed above and beyond expectations. Damn, FIFA 16, you're going to be a tough one to beat. Transitioning over to FIFA 17, a new installment in the franchise, and we're back to our main man, Henry Griffiths. The Scout Future starts yet another defender. I love the English unit as much as you guys do, but I think I'm going to spice things up for this FIFA 17 version. I'm going to at least do maybe 2 or 3 Scout Future stars throughout this whole simulation, so get ready. We're going to have multiple careers to track here at RB Leipzig. The first season's over, and I never really expect all too much as Henry Griffiths has grown up from a 59 to a 62, a +3, and he scored himself 2 match appearances. Only 18 years of age, still years ahead of him. He could have a similar situation as de Menses. Here in Germany though, it's a whole different ball game. Attributes getting upgraded everywhere you look as jumping and strength, also sprint speed and aggression are the main highlights of his game. Here at the start of season 2, we have redeemed yet another Scout Future star, and the Scout has returned with our brand new talent. And if I thought things were getting boring with yet another defender and a centre back, we've got a goalkeeper this time. I guess it's the first for the position, and it's an Italian stallion, Tommaso Mariani. 17-year-old with a 63 overall, has 67 to 87 potential, so 2 opposite ends of the spectrum. That is a wide range. My voice is slowly dying on me, but we are going to promote him and offer him a contract for the senior team. Should be smooth sailing, he should accept that, and that's our second Scout Future star, or season 2 Scout Future star for FIFA 17. A solid defensive prospect and a man in between the sticks for the years to come. Let's see if season 3 Scout Future star maybe brings us back in midfield to spice things up. I don't know, but things are getting a little bit stale. Maybe a striker for this RB Leipzig squad. Come to think of it, I might hold off on redeeming another Scout Future star for a couple more seasons, but here at the end of season 3, Tommaso actually got a bit of game time in between the sticks with 5 appearances and no clean sheets to show for it, but hey, he's still got showing great potential. 75 goalkeeper kicking and 73 diving isn't too bad, as all of his goalkeeping attributes have received upgrades. We haven't got him on any training whatsoever. And Henry Griffiths, where do we start with this man? He's in bad form and he's up to a 64 overall. The now 19-year-old defender is breaking the mold of an English player playing overseas or outside the UK. Might be a while until we see these two firmly cement their place in the starting 11 for RB Leipzig, but hey, someone's got to start somewhere, and and these two scout future stars could be the bright future that this defense needs. See, at the end of season 3, we could be seeing a changing of the guard here in the goalkeeping position as Tommaso Mariani is slowly taking over Peter Galassi in that number 1 spot. The Italian mustered up 14 appearances, getting 4 clean sheets. His contract is expiring, so we're going to have to sort that one out. However, he's gone up a +3, now standing at a 69, and he's received a +11 in goalkeeper kicking, now up to an 86. That's his first dark green stat. Henry Griffiths continues to chug along with this +2, +3 kind of momentum each year, this time with 2 clean sheets, 11 appearances, no goals or assists so far, as the Englishman spikes towards that near million valuation. We'll have to see where these two lead the German outfit RB Leipzig in season 4. Just as we thought things were headed on the up, Tommaso is headed in a transfer request, or he's just been transfer listed. The board is dealing with the player, and he feels as if he's underpaid. I didn't sort out his contract early enough, as he is now at a 72 overall, yet another +3, and is now valued at £3.2 million. All of a sudden, his goalkeeper kick-in has just gone haywire. It's gone to the moon, through the roof, +8, now standing at a 94, and that's his best stat on paper. 3 appearances is nowhere near enough for the Italian, and he is rightfully so wanting out of the club. Here with Henry Griffiths, it's another +2, now seeing him at a 68 overall, breaking through to that $1 million valuation, standing at 1.3 on the transfer market. With 12 appearances, he actually scored his first goal for the club in 12 games. The centre half also earned 2 clean sheets this season, and now some of his best stats include jumping and sprint speed, both at an 81. Mariani might see his career progress elsewhere at the start of season 5, however, Griffiths looks like his RB Leipzig through and through. Now, we've managed to keep a hold of Mariani here at the club, and this has been one of his better seasons to date, despite not playing any games, just in terms of overall wise. He's hit a 75 overall, a +3 to his growth this season. Now at 21, he's in bad form, and he's just content at the club. He's goalkeeper kicking. What is going on? We've done no training whatsoever, but it has spiked up to 99. His reaction sitting at an 83, which is his second best dark green stat. The Italian's got some muscles in those quads, as Henry Griffiths has hit the 70 overall with one of his most impressive seasons in terms of game time, 23 appearances and 5 clean sheets for the now 21-year-olds. The English Menses still obtaining his 88 aggression, 85 jumping, and a +4 to sprint speed, making that go up to 85. Both of the Scout Future stars have hit the 70s, and is this the time where their career skyrockets and lands in that upwards trajectory? We'll find out come season 6. Now, for the start of the 6th campaign, I decided to redeem another Scout Future star, and this is the result of our scout returning with one of the best bright talents in the world. We'll click into it, and it's yet another Portuguese player. The Portuguese watching must be loving this right now, as we have picked up Joaquim Magellan. I might need a bit of work on that pronunciation, but what the 16-year-old doesn't need work on is his potential. 74 to 94, valued at nearly $500,000. We are offering him a contract. There is no ifs or buts about it. He'll accept that, no doubts, and we gain yet another Portuguese superstar in the making. Here in this Retro Scout Future Stars video, it's all going up, as the young centre mid will be replacing the aging Diogo Demme. Magellan will be sitting pretty. He only has 2-star weak foot, 2-star skill moves. He's got high defensive work rate, so he perfectly fits into that CDM mold. He's 5'11" and kind of slots into that starting 11 perfectly. Let's see how the 3 horsemen of the new RB Leipzig era perform. In a rapid change of events, it looks like we've turned a new leaf here with Tommaso Mariani, the Italian goalkeeper, now being the first choice for the club with 28 appearances, a +2 to his overall. He's very happy at the club and is in good form despite him being transfer listed. Interesting developments happening there, as Henry Griffiths has gone the complete opposite way. He's in bad form right now, but the 23-year-old is very happy with his 20 appearances per season, now reaching 72 overall. His stats have received upgrades here and there in terms of his attributes: jumping, sprint speed, ball control, and of course short passing with a +4. The new boy in town, Joaquim Magellan, has hit showing great potential in terms of his status. No game time whatsoever this season, but we did focus his game on a couple of training drills here and there, and this is how his technical area is developing. Everything besides crossing improving, and he's going to be making a bid to be one of the most valuable out of these 3 Scout Future stars. But for the time being, it is the transfer listed Mariani, standing at $8.5 million. Curious about our training drills, I've been focusing more on Magellan considering he's new, and Griffiths because he's lagging a bit behind Mariani. We'll be aiming to improve their attributes and their game overall with these 5 training drills per week. I've been doing them a bit at the start of the season, a bit towards the end, so they haven't really been implemented throughout the whole season. Just keep that in mind. I've been doing them on the one-off occasion, so they haven't impacted the whole entire simulation too much. Major news at the end of lucky season 2007, Mariani has finally pushed his way out the door, and the shot stopper is headed back to the homeland, joining Palermo when his contract expires at the start of Season 8. Focusing on his career this season though, 28 appearances got him 3 clean sheets, and his attributes look pretty set for Serie A. 91 reactions, 82 goalkeeper diving, and 99 kicking. He's forming into a solid goalkeeper and is on the cusp of hitting the 80s range. If that's him in bad form, we are yet to see the spectacle unfold once he hits good form. 18 appearances for the Englishman Henry Griffiths this season, 1 clean sheet to show for it, and has now hit £4.1 million of valuation. The 24-year-old's looking alright. He's got up to his 74, another +2 season, and it's slow and steady growth. Nothing too reactionary or revolutionary happening with his career. Magellan, on the other hand, is improving at a rapid rate and could well and truly take over Griffiths in the coming season. The Portuguese midfielder with yet another no game time campaign. He's just working his butt off on the training pitch. No dark greens to showcase as of yet, but he's a bit more well-rounded, and his stamina has gone up by 10 this season, which is remarkable. At a £1.6 million valuation, the sky is the limit for this Portuguese man's career at RB Leipzig. With Mariani's first full season away from the club, it looks like his move to the Rossoneri in Sicily has been a match made in heaven. He's gone up a +1, hitting 80 with a 16 million valuation. His contract's actually expiring, so it'll be interesting to see if they go ahead and renew it, but surely he's their starting goalkeeper. Performing in Serie A week in, week out, you've got to be proud of the lad. Now, in terms of the Scout Future Stars back here in Germany, it's Griffiths actually getting first team football on a consistent basis. 32 appearances, 1 goal and 1 assist. Also, just the icing on the cake, 6 clean sheets to add on top with an average match rating of 6.3. He's increased a +1 to a 75 and a couple of attribute upgrades here and there, but he's kind of developed into a mediocre-esque centre back. Hasn't reached the heights of Menses in FIFA 15, but it's kind of got up to that just base gold rating. Sad scenes here, as after 3 seasons in a row of barely any game time, Magellan has well and truly been unhappy with his game time. He feels like he should play more. Honestly, I probably should have sent him out on loan. That's my bad. The 19-year-old with 2 appearances this season, not too much to show for it, but his stats are getting their well-deserved upgrades with a +3. Being 19 at 72 overall, he's still got plenty of time on his side. Now, my master plan for Season 9 is sending Magellan out on loan, and it's to a fellow Bundesliga club, Cologne, on a 1-year deal. Let's see how he performs. The Portuguese, he might thrive in new surroundings, and because he's in the Bundesliga, we'll be able to check his performances and all his stats and that. They'll carry over to our squad hub. Now, let's take one last look at these FIFA 17 Scout Future Stars, all at different areas and different levels of their careers right now. Here's the stage Henry Griffiths has reached / kind of peaked at. I don't see him getting any better than this. Now, at 25, he's hit that kind of, I don't know, he just reminds me of like a Phil Jones type player. 76 overall, +1 this season. He's hit 13 appearances with 2 clean sheets and just fills his role as a backup centre back. Maybe it's my fault I didn't move him around, or I didn't let him be transferred anywhere or loaned out. That is just how his career panned out. Not everyone is going to be a Tony Karamoh. We experimented this season and sent Joaquim Magellan out on loan, and the Portuguese star only gained 1 appearance. That came in the Bundesliga, and his stats continue to get upgraded, but didn't grow quite the same as if he was here at RB Leipzig. He was growing +3s, +4s, and out on loan he's only gone up a +2, hitting at that £5 million valuation. But at 20 years of age, I'm sure he's going to well and exceed into the 80s. No real Cinderella stories or international careers we've had to keep track of, as with these 3 players, they've kind of leveled out as decent utility players, and here with Tommaso Mariani, the best Scout Future Star we have to showcase here in FIFA 17. The Italian shot stopper still plying his services in Serie A for Palermo, as the Rossoneri have their first choice goalkeeper, 25, a £16 million valuation, and I thought of experimenting here. Maybe I've gone a different route and it's failed me. Maybe I should have just stuck to one Scout Future Star, but it's interesting to see the different dynamics at play here. Some left, some stayed. We brought some in later stages of this simulation, which just spiced things up a bit. I thought it could do us wonders, but no, we are here 9 seasons in and not really any exciting developments to report on. So let's make a move over to the next installment, big old FIFA 18. Good old FIFA 18. Where do we begin? It was the implementation of this brand new squad hub, pretty similar to what we're all familiar with today. Here is Jeronimo, Bello. We are back to our Argentine gem and the CM/CDM, kind of like the Argentinian Sergio Busquets. With that low attacking work rate, high defensive, he still has a prospect role in this team, and he hasn't really gone up all too much. He hasn't received any real boost this season whatsoever. No game time for the man with 4-star weak foot, 3-star skill skill moves, still 16, so you still got faith in him. This is where he'll be deployed in this Fiorentina 4-3-3 in that CDM holding pivot role. I'm actually going to experiment with FIFA 18 again, not with 3 scout future stars though, but with 2, so hopefully we maybe get a striker or a winger, just something different to spice things up. But in season 2 or 3, we should definitely see a new star enter the mix. I actually realized we needed to get some training on the Argentine if he was ever to crack into the Fiorentina starting 11 anytime soon, because he was in the 50s and now we've got him up to a 62 overall rating just with these 5 training drills. It has boosted him up this season, and there you go, he's already hit a 63 right here, so that's a plus 12, plus 11. This is the kind of breakout season he needed if he was to ever reach the heights like a Tony Karamoh did back in FIFA 16. We focused this season heavily on training, and that has seen a plus 11 overall boost up to a 63. He still has a prospect role, but finally has a potential status, and he's showing an exciting prospect, which usually means 88 plus. So we're crossing our fingers and hoping that the Argentine, the South American, is going to show his prowess here in Italy. With 4 total appearances, we are seeing some massive spikes in many departments, but this calls on for our 3rd season to find a brand new scout future star. We'll see how the 2 young talents impact this Fiorentina team, and if they can ever represent their countries on the international stage. We redeemed yet another scout future star. I mean, we've got an abundance of them, a plentiful supply of these tokens to redeem, so we just did another one, and the scout has returned with our brand new superstar in the making, and it's another Portuguese player. 3 so far in this video. Any of you Portuguese guys watching this video, you must be loving it, because the scout future stars are coming through thick and fast, and this time it's Goncalvo Jardim in a position we haven't explored yet in this video, a left midfielder. We'll sign him up straight away. We'll promote him to the senior team, 72 to 94 potential, 60 overall, valued at 400k. It's exactly what you want to see, and of course he can play in that left winger role, also can play at right wing and cam. He's very versatile with 3-star skill moves and 3-star weak foot, but that low attacking work rate definitely does let him down. He's showing great potential. He's 5'6" and he's quick and agile. With those golden boosts, I'm sure he's going to develop into a golden boy. 72 acceleration and 75 curve are his main highlights for now. However, Goncalvo Jardim has high expectations to reach. We're setting the bar high for this guy. Let's hope these 2 scout future stars can set the world alight here at Fiorentina. Here's the end of season 3, and first we're going to be covering the Portuguese winger Jardim. He has gained a plus 4 in his overall rating. He's very happy, in good form at the club, and we've done that cheeky tactic of literally releasing every left midfielder that they have at the team, so they're going to have to play him nonetheless. The assistant manager has no choice, and it forces him at game time, as he actually had 2 appearances this season and scored his first goal for La Viola. On the other hand, his scout future star counterpart Jeronimo Bello got himself a plus 6 overall rating this season, reaching 68, and he is very happy here at the club. Still an exciting prospect, and his stats this season read like this, with a goal and an assist to his name in 8 appearances. They both got on the score sheet this season and have received many upgrades in various departments, and in his technical area, everything for the South American is trending upwards. Both coming in at £1.8 million and 875k valuation respectively. This is the start of something special. Season 4 is reading a bit like this. We have possibly the right blueprints to see that Fiorentina have the 2 keys to the kingdom, with Jeronimo Bello increasing at yet another rapid rate of plus 5, as the Argentine is very happy. The number 7's in good form, and he's still an exciting prospect. His stats this season looking like 19 appearances. He's being slowly implemented into the Fiorentina first team, with another goal and an assist to add to his collection. Meanwhile, there have been some significant developments here with Goncalvo Jardim. That tactic of releasing all their wingers at the club has paid dividends. We might have to take a look into renewing his contract, because he's still a prospect role here at the club. Excellent form. He is very happy, and he's now reached the 70 overall, and he has blown Bello out of the water. I know he's in a bit more of an attacking position, but with that low attacking work rate, he's managed to achieve 13 goals and 3 assists, 16 goal contributions in 43 appearances for the new Portuguese sensation. His highest rated first dark green stat is 81 curve, but he's now starting to really see these light green stats come into fruition. Meanwhile, Bello in the pivot has had that training pay off, 98 finishing, 94 short passes, and 86 long shots. These guys have exploded onto the scene and are using their platform to the fullest extent, with a £7.5 million valuation for Bello, and Jardim comfortably sitting, skyrocketing up to £3.2 million. Season 5 is looking very intriguing indeed, with these 2 key assets here at La Viola. Let's see if any big offers arrive on the table in the future. Now, here currently are all the training drills we have these guys on. We've saved the training presets, and we've just pretty much applied them year on year. 3 for Jardim, considering considering he entered the scene a bit late compared to Bello, and the two Scout Future Stars are doing bits in training. I've been doing it maybe twice or three times a season, so this is going to be the last one of the seasons that has a couple more of their stats receive upgrades. With Bello only receiving a +3 and Jardim's epic growth to a +5, he has closed the gap down to 1 overall point. Despite being introduced 2 seasons late, our Scout Future Star is proving the world wrong, and I don't want to, curse their careers or anything, but these guys could be as good, if not better, than our boy Tony Karamoh back in FIFA 16. They have a lot to live up to if they are to achieve the Frenchman's legacy, but here with Jardim, he has been killing it on the left-hand side. With more appearances, it's a record high of 45, more goals and more assists as well, 19 goals and 5 assists for the Portuguese sensation. He's living life on easy mode at the minute, as Jeronimo had a bit of a struggle this season with 13 appearances, no goals or no assists whatsoever. I'll write this season off for the Argentine, as he still gained very valuable achievements and boosts in pretty much all of his attributes. As Jardim, on the other hand, is taking things above and beyond. He is living life on easy mode right now, with dribbling, crossing, and also curve being the 3 golden trio that have achieved that dark green rating. And now at his financial valuation, he's gone up 181%, now standing at £9 million, and Jeronimo Bello only £4 million ahead of him, now sitting at 13 million. So let's simulate further and see where these guys' careers go, if they make themselves Fiorentina legends or will they jump ship. It's the end of the 6th season, and to see Jardim having that great form arrow pointing upwards, it's always a good sign. But where do they rank in Fiorentina's best? We have Bello now cracking into the 80s with a +4 this season. The 21-year-old still an exciting prospect and has undid the wrongs of his previous campaign. The Argentine with a career best of 10 goals and 7 assists in 45 appearances, that is 17 goal contributions, and with an average match rating of 6.6. With 14 clean sheets sitting just above the defenders, that is some remarkable numbers from deep, as, oh my god, I can't even comprehend these guys' numbers. Goncalvo Jardim, the underdog story that we all love to see. With 45 appearances, he has had yet another career high of 24 goals and 6 assists, 30 goal contributions for La Viola, only at 20 years of age. This guy is bringing back some Rui Costa vibes here at the Artemio Franchi. They could be writing their names down in Italian football history, as these guys continue to get better and better each season. We haven't had this type of success since FIFA 16 with our boy Karamoh, and even these guys are putting up better numbers than the Frenchman ever did. We have 99 short passing, 99 finishing, and 99 long shots for the South American. He is absolutely cracked right now with a £20 million valuation. Jardim following right behind him at 13 million. And just to put the icing on top of the cake, Jardim wins the top goal scorer award in Serie A. Here's the current situation in the Fiorentina starting 11 at the end of lucky season 7, as Bello has shot up to an 84. I think we should have expected this with the exciting prospect in the long term, because dynamic potential isn't really a factor here in FIFA 18, so it doesn't really matter about their performances all too much, or as much as it does in FIFA 20 and FIFA 21. The exciting prospect was always going to flourish later down in his career, as Jardim is back down here, still one of the best players in the team, showing great potential, and has reached 80 this season with a +2, still very happy and in good form. But Jeronimo Bello has gone up a +4, and then that is just sensational numbers, with 17 goals from CDM and 4 assists to top it off. He's a goal-scoring midfielder if I've ever seen one, in 38 appearances as well. That is 21 goal contributions and 11 clean sheets. Sitting right in front of the defenders, as Goncalvo Jardim has had a bit of a letdown this season. I don't know, he hasn't really had as much output as he has in his previous seasons, hitting 21, and he scored 8 goals and 7 assists this campaign. Still very decent numbers, but in comparison to what he was putting up in the past couple seasons, he hasn't hit his overall goals and margins, unfortunately. But the positives you can take out of Serie A's top goal scorer in season 6 is now that he's hit the 80s. I'm sure he's going to skyrocket from here, and in terms of Bello's attributes, he's looking like one of the most well-rounded, balanced, and absolutely overpowered CDMs in the game right now. It's a Euro/Copa America year here in 2024, so we'll see if their nations have called them up to the international stage. Now, with their valuations seeing the biggest margins it has seen since they've been spawned into the game, the Portuguese now sitting at 17.5 million, and Jeronimo Bello with that 36 million pound valuation, a +80% increase. Insane work here being put in by our number 7. Argentina's midfield for the 2024 Copa America is looking pretty packed, and all of them are basically better than Bello at this current stage. Paredes, Ascaiba, and Escalante both are far superior, and I don't think they're going to be changing the formula up anytime soon. Meanwhile, with Portugal, I forgot how overpowered Guedes is in FIFA 18 career mode. He's an absolute monster, and it's going to take some mere miracle to see our boy Jardim overtake him in the national team setup. I probably should have been checking the transfer hub each season, but it would have become pretty tedious towards the end of it. But I've decided here at the end of season 8 to see what kind of offers came in, and there was only for one of our Scout Future stars, Goncalvo Jardim. Watford offered up £22.1 million. They tried to lure him away to England, but I was simulating throughout, so I didn't accept it, obviously. However, no offers came in for Jeronimo Bello, so take that as you will. It's another pretty routine campaign, a trademark season for our Scout Future stars, and Bello has climbed the squad ranks to be one of the best rated players, overtaking Federico Chiesa. The Italian has been overturned, and here he's hit a +2 this season, now reaching 86 at 23 years of age. Incredible stuff. His stats are reading perfectly balanced, just like his player archetype. 37 appearances, 13 goals, and 13 assists, 26 goal contributions. Oh, it is just so satisfying to read back. The Argentine with some of the best stats and attributes in the game. He is that midfield metronome who sets the tone and just dictates the play. A financial value of £49 million. The 23-year-old has established himself as one of the world's best midfielder as we take a look and analyze our boy Jardim, who could have been lured away to Watford this season. The number 14 has definitely seen an uptick in terms of his output this season. Last year was a bit of an outlier, didn't achieve those same heights, but this time around he is back with a vengeance. 19 goals and 6 assists for the Portuguese winger in 48 appearances. Still, of course, very happy at the club, in good form, and has gone up a +2, now reaching 82 overall. He hasn't had a maxed out stat yet, but 92 crossing, 92 long passes, and 83 sprint speed are definitely some of his main highlights, and hitting that £25 million valuation. We've arrived here at the end of season 9, a World Cup year here in 2026, and both Scout Future stars have led Fiorentina to their highest place finish in 5th with 64 points. Here is how they're looking in the starting 11, and as we have a quick glance, you can see that Bello has been called up to the Argentine national team for the 2026 World Cup. Jardim has missed out, and the Bianco Celeste have really reaped the rewards out of this Scout Future star. That our 24-year-old approaching his prime, his overall has been boosted to an 89, a +3, and that has seen some incredible gains here as he has scored 14 goals and 4 assists. A prime asset not only for Fiorentina but his nation. In 49 appearances has achieved 18 goal contributions. Now possessing 599 overall stats in short passing, dribbling, finishing, ball control, and shot power, he possesses some insane skills as he's now valued at £63.5 million on the transfer market. Unfortunately, our boy Jardim, the man who can't make it into the Portugal team thanks to his national team being so good here in FIFA 18, he hasn't peaked despite his performances arguably being better than Bello. It's just that he was labelled with showing great potential, so it's harder for him to really exceed past his 83 to 85 range unless we went in with the training sessions, but we didn't do that. We just simulated throughout the career, and he has performed with 23 goals and 7 assists. If this was FIFA 21 with dynamic potential, he'd be exceeding what Bello is currently achieving right now. 30 goal contributions, getting more game time with 54 appearances. You've got to admire the Shore King, the little magician, cutting in from the left and being a damn right menace for every single defense. He is now valued at £28 million. We're going to simulate one more season just to see who wins the World Cup. How does Bello perform with Argentina? And if he can lead his country to international glory like Messi couldn't and like Tony Karamoh did in FIFA 16, there he is comfortably slotted into that midfield formation just like how his club Fiorentina plays. It's going to be interesting to see how the 2026 summer unfolds. 2026 World Cup has arrived and it's come to a close, so let's check out the group stages. Where did Argentina finish? Second in Group H. They couldn't top the group as Belgium go top with 6 points. They qualified for the round of 16, and that is where they saw their demise against Jardim's nation, Portugal, 2-1. They didn't go on to have much luck either, getting eliminated to my boys Italy 4-1 in the quarterfinals. And hey, Italy go on to win the whole damn thing in 2026. I'm going to be a very happy man if this comes true. But for the entertainment purposes of this video, Bello couldn't go on to achieve what Tony Karamoh did in FIFA 16 and win a World Cup. Arguably with two of the most overpowered nations in FIFA 18 going head to head in the round of 16, it could have gone anyone's way, but I was expecting this Argentina side to make it a bit further, maybe to the quarters or semis, but they always do have a history of choking in the big game, so I don't blame them. His stats for the World Cup read a little bit like this. There's no name for him there, but if we click on him, you can tell it's our boy Bello. With 1 goal in 4 appearances, he had an average match rating of 61. Not good enough if they were to go on and win the whole tournament. He couldn't carry he has seen, but he's still only 24, so you can imagine he's going to be playing in so many more international tournaments the further his career goes on. However, that is where we're going to leave it for FIFA 18. These two Scout Future Stars have proved us so many things. They put up some numbers we have never seen before in this video so far. Jardim and Bello will go down as club legends here at Fiorentina. Two wonder kids with such dynamic careers and have proved so far to be one of the best two youngsters we've seen develop. They're one of our two main success stories for this video, and I'm so proud to see how far they've come. Now, can FIFA 19 set us up for the grand finale we're all craving for? Let's find out. We're back on a FIFA 19 where we do face some unfortunate complications. We did get sacked from the CF Royce, unfortunately, but we are still in the same league, so we can see how our boy Dijkstra, I don't know how to pronounce this Dutch man's name here, at CF Royce has performed this season. With 7 appearances, he did manage to muster up 1 assist and an average match rating of 61. It feels like only yesterday I was recording FIFA 19 content back in 2018 and 2019. It has been a wild ride since then, but CF Royce have a Scout Future Star on their hands, and they're not playing him because he's not really the best player or the best striker in that current position right now. 5-star skill moves, 4-star weak foot. He is begging for game time, so hopefully they give it to him in Season 2 and he can up his drip, because the default black and white boots and the tucked in shirt isn't working for me right now. Here at the end of Season 2, the 18-year-old Hitman is showing great potentials, so we're expected to see similar growth to what Jardim did, hitting the 83 to 85 maybe, but who knows, a good move to a good club could see him well exceed that potential. Right now, he's gained a +3 at the end of Season 2, now valued at £675 million. I'm not quite sure if CF Royce is the best place for his career to thrive, but in 8 appearances, he scored 3 goals. That is a better goal-to-game ratio than their current 2 strikers right here. So the Dutchman is clearly the future for this side. Let's hope he can be banging in goals in either the Spanish outfit or somewhere else where he gets the game time he deserves. Here at the end of Season 3, Dijkstra, the now 19-year-old, has had a broken toe, so he's been injured towards the end of the season, still showing great potential, and has achieved that +3, now landing himself at a 66 overall with a £1.2 million value. His highest and only dark green stat is 85 curve. What is with curve being so overpowered with these Scout Future Stars? He is still staying loyal to CF Royce despite them not really playing him all too much, but that has changed this season. With 28 appearances, the Dutchman found the back of the net 6 times and also provided 2 assists with an average match rating of 64. These are the kinds of numbers and developments we like to see, but is he going to be able to achieve greatness at the Spanish minnow CF Royce? We're about to find out as Season 4 is looming large. Let's see where the soon-to-be 20-year-old takes his career next. Now here we have it, the first move for our boy Dijkstra. He has escaped the clutches of CF Royce and failing in the Spanish second tier. Now at VfB Stuttgart, I can't track this transfer back. I've looked through the transfer history and it's just not there. So the fee was probably around maybe £2 or £3 million, as the German outfit have given a chance for the Dutchman to compete in the Bundesliga. They're believing in him, giving him a prospect squad role, a 4-year contract. Let's see if he can take his game to the next level here in Germany, getting another +3 to his overall just like last time out, and now at 20 years of age, bumping himself up to a £1.6 million valuation. But the downside to this move, as much as I want to see his career progress and to see the first kind of journeyman out of this video, we can't track his performances stats no matter what we do. Can he take over Dominic Calvert-Lewin and the Greek Donis up front? We're about to see, but with that 2-striker option and that formation, he has a better chance getting some first team minutes, providing to be a backup for the time being. To get a grasp on the step up he has made and to the team transitioning, he has gone from a team that was finishing in the bottom half of the Spanish second tier now to a mid-table Bundesliga club in VfB Stuttgart. However, we have another major plot twist right here as our boy Dijkstra has switched clubs again, but he's only gone out on loan to AT Adovisivi, to a club I have seen so many times but have never really heard of. He's accepted that 1-year loan deal away from Germany, the 21-year-old in desperate need for some game time, and to start proving his credentials elsewhere, he has ventured off to Argentina. He is the king of getting +3 upgrades to that overall from 69 to 72. This sees him finish out Season 4 with a pretty consistent high. Coming to the closure of Season 6, the Dutchman, now 22, has stayed another year at VfB Stuttgart and has rejected a loan offer to St. Johnstone, I believe, over in the Scottish League. He's proven he can be a valuable super sub in off the bench for the German outfit and has gone up to a 74 overall rating, only a +2 this season, so he hasn't continued on with that consistent nature, but his sprint speed and acceleration have been significantly boosted up to 285 and 87 respectively. He now has long shots to join curve in that dark green range, and his technicals are looking pretty consistent. He's lost the showing great potential tag, but I'm pretty sure that he is going to live up to at least 80 plus. He did also help his club to a 10th place finish in the German top flight, and so far for the time being is nowhere near the starting 11 or even being better than both Calvert-Lewin and Donis as they occupy those main spots. He's got a lot of work to do if he wants to play first team football. Here's the end of season 7, the lucky season as we like to call it here on the channel, and did our boy Dijkstra get lucky? And it's another consistent +3 to his overall this season, now at a 75 with the high attack and work rate, 5-star skills, 4-star weak foot. Everything was working in his favor. He just hasn't found the right club that are going to play him week in, week out, but his technical department is looking very much improved now with 82 dribbling and 81 volleys entering the dark green stratosphere. We have sprint speed and acceleration on point for our number 22, as the now 23-year-old striker is valued at £8 million and has had no offers come in for him this season, having no real way to check in on how well he's doing or if he's even coming in off the bench to get in amongst the action. We just got to assume that he is not getting the game time that Dominic Calvert-Lewin or Donis is getting, considering they are so much better rated than him. So I guess it's another season on struggle street for our Flying Dutchman. It's season 8 here, and you might have noticed I was fired to this random Turkish club, Akhisarspor. I know I completely butchered their name, but I also decided to take matters into my own hands. We went out of our way to purchase Dijkstra from Stuttgart for a whopping £10.7 million. For some reason, the 24-year-old hasn't been feeling the best lately as he's doubting his abilities. Come on, my boy, you're a scout future star. You gotta be having your head in the right place, and you gotta be thinking better, positive thoughts. That has definitely not helped his season here at the Turkish outfit. We have taken his career to the Turkish Super League as his team has finished down in 16th. It's not the best of squads and it's not the best of situations, but at least he's getting game time. I was feeling really disconnected from his career as a whole, had no real grasp on how he was performing, and he is now one of the best players, if not one of the best performers here at the club, going up a +2, and this time we finally get to see some of his stats with 37 appearances, 7 goals and 5 assists, and now on the cusp of entering his prime. He's had some stats receive some rapid gains as sprint speed and acceleration have both hit the 90s, agility now up to an 80, and his technicals are looking pretty picture perfect. What we need is the growth. It's the beginning of the start of the new era for his career. In the middle part of his career, he wasn't receiving the game time. He was being loaned out to random teams, but now he has found a new home, gaining a £10 million valuation here at the end of season 8. Now with season 9, we've chucked him on a couple training drills. I don't see him being called up to the Dutch national team anytime soon, but hey, that is not our problem. We are trying to get this scout future star up to the best potential that he can be. We are now managing his career at Akhisarspor. I believe I'm trying to say that right. I just know I haven't, but here is his performances at the end of season 9. His contract is playing him as a crucial squad role. He is a first team member here at the club. Unfortunately, I accidentally simmed past season 9 where I could see all the statistics, so now this just goes against my whole point of joining this club to see his statistics each season, but now that is just not a possibility as we just know he's got up a +2. The stats have reset for season 10 and he has earned himself a £12.5 million valuation on the transfer market, and his attributes are looking a bit like this: sprint speed gaining up to a 96. He's absolutely rapid in game, and the Turkish club are enjoying his services. I know he hasn't sprung or flourished into the world-class striker we all hoped for, but hey, we've got to deal with what we've been given, and this is how his career's panned out. Not everyone's going to turn into the next Messi or Ronaldo. Some are going to flop and some are just going to become mediocre. The drama continues as season 10 saw us getting fired from this team. We can no longer, or we can't have a real in-depth look at his career in the squad hub, but we can always see in the team stats and the transfer hub. Here with Jan Dijkstra, this is the first season, he hasn't grown whatsoever. At 26, this is his prime. He should be at the best level of his life right now, but his attributes and technical department is painting a different picture to what he's actually achieving in a game. Now valued at £12 million, he's gone down $500,000, and here were his stats at the club. He played 32 games and scored 4 goals, not really having that key impact and goal scoring threat we all hoped he had, as we've given him a good decade to grow and develop to earn his stripes really, and he hasn't done that. The number 19, now approaching 27, 28, we're not going to expect crazy growth out of the scout future star, so we'll hand this one at L. FIFA 19, you haven't provided us with much, as we decided to go back to the sole focus of one scout future star. I think in a way we have been the architects of our own demise. Well, there you go, we've reached the end of the road, redeeming a scout future star on as many FIFAs as possible and watching their careers throughout. It has taken me quite a while, a couple of days to record this this one, also whilst battling a bit of illness. Just shows the dedication to the Wonder Kid cause and the Scout Future Stars. A feature that will never be missed and goes down in career mode history. Let me know down in the comments below if you want to see any more retro Scout Future Star videos. This one was definitely fun to make, but it was a process. If you love this feature as much as I did, and make sure to drop the video I like down below. Of course, if you did go on to enjoy, subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on the FIFA content on the channel. Trust me, we've got some big bangers coming. Follow me on all my socials. Links are going to be in the description. And as always, I've been Sir BCHD. Have a great day, and I'll catch you all in the very next video.